right, guys, you are welcome to our GBpusd forecast. This is Trader C Brand here. And also, you know how we do it every week, every Sunday. We try to ensure that everyone is carried along on our analysis on trading GBpusd, because that's my favorite pair. That's the only pair that I trade. And we have been having tremendous success in our analysis and seeing results with our community. And if you are not in our community yet, I mean, you're not in our Telegram group, the link in the description below, and that will help you. Now, listen, look at the chart right now. We are looking at the weekly time frame, and I want to let you know what week 06 has for us. That means week 6 of the 2023. We're looking at what this week will be having for us. Remember that in our previous analysis, which was last week, we did, which is week 05, we did an analysis and forecast that either the price could break this high, which we see here. If it could break this high and above, then we'll be looking for more buys. But if it fails to break the high, then we'll be looking for more sales. So through us last week, me and my team, we were able to enjoy an amazing set trade because of what we saw that was going on within this region. Now, if you haven't watched that video, it will help you. I know it's past event, but you know what? It's just a way of you back testing the strategy, back testing the analysis, and also knowing that what we're doing here is actually trying to understand how the market really works. So now today, this is week 06 forecast. We're looking at week 6 and want to look at what the market is going to do this coming week, and looking at what we have on the chart right now. Let me show you something. The first thing you want to look at is what pattern are we seeing? What is the market telling us on the weekly time frame? Remember, the weekly, the daily, the 4-hour time frame. When you are dealing with higher time frames, whatever information the candlestick tells you, hold more grounds. It holds more grounds compared to lower time frames. That means if you're seeing a bullish engulfing candle in a higher time frame, then you're looking at possibility of more buys, and it will hold more grounds in the higher time frame. So all you need to do is just go to a lower time frame and see opportunity to buy and buy and buy and buy. The same thing when you see a bearish engulfing candle appearing in an opposite direction, that means the market is now trying to start selling. Then you can, if that happened on a higher time frame, you can be rest assured that if you go to lower time frame, you're going to be seeing opportunities to sell, to sell, to sell. Now, looking at the chart right now, what do you see? We have two things there. First, we have a bearish engulfing candle closing the previous week, this week that just ended, which we traded. Amazing information here. And also we can see that we have an M pattern. Oh my. This is beautiful. And then also we have the neckline. Okay, we're looking at the neckline right now. We can obviously see that the market may break the neckline and then retest it and then keep dropping. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this. This is going to be an amazing, beautiful week 06 to sell the trade. Now, let me show you something more. Look at this neckline here. This is the weekly time frame, right? Remember, this candle has ended. It's closed. So the beginning of the week, we are going to have a new candle. Now, do not be deceived. Just because you're thinking, oh, its M pattern is going to start dropping. No, the market may trade inside the zone if it chooses to. And that's up to the market. That's not on you. You see, all you need to do is just trade what you see. But if it chooses to trade inside the zone, then you're going to be trading in between the ups and down of this. That means you're going to be in consolidation on the weekly, but on the lower time frame as a day trader, a scalper, you have massive move in those directions. Now, if it breaks this neckline of the M pattern, then we have this amazing free range for the market to sell into. That will give us an amazing trade that we might be looking at. Now, it may not sell to this low, but it could sell more. and then reverse back up. Now that's going to be in future terms. Remember, this is February. So according to my seasonality historical data that I've been able to do my research on, I know that this particular month we're going to be having a more of a sell, and then before we start looking at buy. Now that doesn't mean that the market is not going to buy at all. Remember, the market move in waves. Okay, so there are people who will buy this little retracement, and then other people will sell. But we're looking at the directions of the momentum. The momentum of the market is on the sell. That's what we're looking at right now. So let me go back to the lower time frame now, like the daily, to help you understand what I'm looking at. Okay, fine. Now on this particular daily time frame, all right, we could see that price is just about the 1-200 level. Now let me remove this so you can understand. Just about there, the price is just about, let me use my tool. Price is just about 1.2000. 1.2000. Now that is a psychological level, all right, that you need to see. 1.2000. Quickly. All right, let me just do this. 1.20. And now we see that price came here previously and bounces off it. So we see price came here, bounces off it, came here, bounces off it. All right. So where is this? 24. So we see price in between 1.2000 and 1.2400. So what are we going to do? So that is our support in terms of, and resistance in terms of. But in reality, I'm not looking at it as support or resistance anyway. But I'm just letting you know that this is a major psychological level on the daily that the market is, that the banks and the money edge, what do you call it, the money makers and all of these guys are looking at right now. So what do we do? Again, remember, I showed you this, yes, last week, that if we break this trend line, remember, I showed you this last week. If we break this trend line, then we're going to be having more sales. And it just happened. Now, I said, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, it is better, last week I mentioned, to look at it from this angle. So this is the beauty of this trade. Now, we saw that price played around last week because of several news. I was actually looking at these particular trend here. You can see touch here, then we have a fake breakout, and then we breaking again. So this was actually the sell that happened last week. These were the sell. These are the trades that happened last week. Massive drop, right? Okay, now where are we on the daily? So on the daily, we have another massive M pattern that confirms what we have on the weekly. So on the daily here, we have another massive M pattern, which confirming what we saw at the weekly. So we can still use this key level, which is 1.2000 psychological level, as the neckline. I want you to understand, as the neckline. Okay, so that means if the market break that, we're going to be having more sales. So what are we going to target? We're going to be targeting these key areas here. These key areas here as a major zone for taking profits. Now, look at this. This is just an amazing impulsive move here. Okay, so the market may come to this key level, which is 12000, and then play a playback, like a pullback into that zone before another drop. So you should be looking at what we call market structure from this zone, looking at a reversal market structure now. So we're looking at price creating a lower high here, and then enable to break this neckline to give us more lower low, and then wait for another lower high, which the market will use to test this key zone again, this 1.2000, and then another drop that will now take us to a new lower low. So this is the structure you're going to be looking for this week if you're going to be trading GBPUSD. Now, listen, if it doesn't play out that way, two things is going to happen, which is this. The market will either beat inside the zone as a consolidation and then eventually pull back up. That means until this structure is broken on the daily, we have no structure to sell yet. Even though we have a pattern telling us to sell on the weekly time frame, we have a pattern telling us to sell on the monthly, on the daily time frame, but the structure will have not been clarified on the daily time frame. But if you go lower to 1 hour time frame, probably 30 minutes time frame, 15 minutes time frame, or even 5 minutes time frame, you will be able to see structure has been broken in all of these areas to a lower time, to a lower trade. So as an intraday trader, you could be able to see opportunity for selling already. Okay, but mind you, we are looking at this break of structure here. This is a double top. And if you look at it very closely, it was a double top. So we have now the recent high. This is the new high. This is over the previous high. So now at this level, we can consider this as the new high. So what is this to this high? That means a lower high. Okay, so structure based on that. A lower high, this is a high, and this is a lower high here. So we need to see the market break structure. So that means break this structure and continue a micro, that means a smaller, lower structures. You get it? We're looking at smaller structures now, okay? This is a big structure. I'm showing you this one. All of this is a big structure in the market. Let me just show you something quickly. All of this is a big structure in the market. Look at that, okay? This is like a high, all right? This high is higher than this. So what is this now? So we're looking at lower high, okay? Lower low, lower high, and then lower low, and then market break structure here and give us what? A new high, which is higher high, and then created a lower high, a higher low, sorry. The market gave us a higher low, and then we started buying all those periods. Now look at what the market is doing. Failed to break this high. The market failed. Look at it. It failed. Now, if you look very closely, I'm just going to put this key there. Look at that. That's equal high. If you look very closely, that's equal high. Okay, very closely is equal high. So that means the market still have what we call a high, but not a lower high yet. I mean, it hasn't created a lower high yet. So we need to see a lower high as a market structure. All right, we need to see the market give us a lower high, lower than this high, and then a drop. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to do that, but I'm expecting what the market we're going to do, probably break this high, this low, okay, before creating a new lower high and then dropping again. That can happen. So we want to see something like this, and then the rest assured that we're going to be trading sell, sell, sell for the rest of the week and the rest of the month. But you know what? You still need to wait for the weekly analysis forecast that we're looking at to be able to trade. So what are we looking at in week 06? To summarize, we're looking at more sales opportunity in the market, and we could trade between 1.24 and 1.25. That's a lot of pips right there. As you can see from here to that place, that's about 400 pips that we're looking at. So you'll be able to trade about 400 pips within that zone if the market chooses to trade within that zone as well. But you go to a lower time frame as an intraday trader or intraday trader, and then look at where the market is at and then be able to sell. But already with this thing you see here, this move, we are selling this week. I hope you enjoy this analysis and go to your chart. I don't know what strategy you're using. Use your strategy, go to your chart, look at what the market is showing you, and you want to be able to look at opportunity for selling and selling and selling. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Thank you guys for watching. And then if you have not subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and you know what? Turn on the bell notification because you want to receive an alert as soon as this kind of videos are dropped. And in addition to that, if you are not in our Telegram group, it's free. What are you waiting for? The link is in the description below. I'll see you there. Bye for now. Cheers.